Hello, great to see you once again. This video will be focused on showcasing the analytical capabilities of DRUID. DRUID is providing a single source of truth for all interactions under an analytics dashboard. There is no need to connect third-party providers to see how your bots are performing. Simply access the dashboard tab and you get everything in a single view. DRUID Dashboard Analytics can offer a reporting mechanism from the perspective of the bot stakeholder. Along with the evaluation module and the conversation history tools, the Dashboard Analytics helps users understand the business value of the implementation, and it helps them use the insights provided by the new feature in order to improve the virtual assistant. Going into the platform, I am connected as a virtual administrator, and the first thing I see is this new dashboard. We are delivering over 50 specialized metrics that can be combined to provide real business impact. We are computing the data and providing insights from multiple angles, like we can understand the channels and from where the users are engaged with the virtual assistant. We can understand the human contribution when the chat is transferred to a human agent. We can also understand the automation. And as you can notice in the above menu, we provide multiple metrics such as how many messages the bot received in the selected period, or how many interactions when the user said something after clicking the bot bubble, or how many conversations were dropped, leaving the conversations without getting to the end, how many users interacted with the bot, how many users were active, how many are returning versus how many are new. Returning users are implicit positive feedback, since a returning user is basically a happy user. I can also understand the context of the conversation. How many turns in average, the maximum number of turns, what are the most popular subjects that were asked by the user, or how the usage evolved over time in channels and so on. It is worth mentioning that the dashboard with the analytics loads very fast. All DRUID implementations will compute on a daily basis all of the transcripts that all the conversations took place. It also transforms millions of messages in hundreds of computed metrics. And this means basically that you don't need to incorporate any third-party technology or any external provider for these analytics. And we don't ship the transcripts outside of the platform to compute this data. Everything is done within DRUID. Now, going into the origin menu, I can see if the users are engaging from the desktop or tablet or any non-mobile device, or if they are doing so from a mobile device. Just as a short info bite, more than 75% of the engagements are from mobile, from what we experienced so far. I can also see from what page they engaged with the bot, like if it was from the home page or if it was from a particular product page. This insightful information will allow me to drill down to specific product page or to customize marketing campaigns in order to respond to the interests of their user. Going into the contact center, here I can see how many calls were transferred to the human operator, or how many calls were answered, and how many calls were missed. If I see the missed calls, I can see the balance from the queue, and I know where to bring more support, more human support. I can even understand the agent performance in the chat channel. In the automation tab, we can see the impact in business of the DRUID bots that are delivering conversational business applications. Through conversational business, users are completing business transactions like creating or onboarding of new contracts or contacts. Users are getting information about their accounts, and because of that, you get immediate business results. Now, with the analytics we compute, we can basically see the value of this business results. I can immediately see how much new revenue the organization received because the engagement with the bot shows me exact numbers of those interactions. I can see how many hours companies saved or how much cost they saved. I can do this because the bot authors are now able to tag dialogues or automations with business results, and the analytics compute the totals. I basically can also build new dashboards because the dashboards are customizable. They are designed to offer a customization through a drag and drop module. If I want to personalize the interface, I can simply go in the edit mode and I can create a new page, like for example, new contracts, let's say. And then in the new page, I can add the information. And I can add a new KPI, and I can configure over 50 KPIs. And if, for example, I select a KPI like messages, then each metric is further divided into different dimensions as according to that specific metric. If I want to see the intent not recognized metric, show it to me on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis, and this will show up in the newly created dashboard. Going in NLU, meaning Natural Language Understanding module, I can basically deep dive into data science info. This is even more powerful because with the analytics, we do not only provide aggregated insights, but we can also drill down, and if we want to see what are the intents that were not recognized, we analyze the data and we see further improvement suggestions. Another high-value analytical feature is the evaluation tab. This tab opens the evaluation tool. In here, highly advanced language intelligence metrics explain the performance of the language. They can basically understand the language understanding module and show it in a visible manner. I can instantly see during the selected period how the bot recognized the intent and with what accuracy it did so. The accuracy threshold is defined by the bot author when we configure the bot, and I can see how many intents were not understood, or how many intents were understood, or how many intents were basically understood just well enough. The gray area in the chart represents the buttons within the conversations. We observed that whenever options were presented in a way that it was intuitive for the users jumped and used them. With this, basically we debunked the myth according to which IVR bots are not appreciated, because IVR bots with intelligent options are highly appreciated. Now for the evaluation drill down, basically I can grab a sentence that was poorly understood, and from here I can quickly promote it to the train set. So now the conversation itself is enhanced by the evaluation tool. In the same screen, in the language evaluation, we have simplified views on the confusion matrix that tells us the quality of the training model. A huge feature from the technical point of view is that we can drill down into the bot semantic and make corrections fast and easy in an intuitive way. We can build this because our bots are delivering conversational business applications. Our bots are specialized in hundreds of business transactions, and DRUID can recognize those hundreds of topics very well. With the evaluation tool, we can deliver over 90% accuracy on intent recognition. On the same category of understanding the conversation, now we have a more intelligent conversation history module. If I select a certain period, I will see a list of all conversations that took place. For all engagements, I can see special events in the engagement area. I can see how many successful turns took place, how many intents were not recognized, how many integration errors took place, how many transferred to human, and I can see all the events in the lifespan of the conversation. Here I can drill down and I can see the conversation transcripts. On the right side, I can see the breadcrumbs, how the conversation flow passed through different dialogues and through different steps. Whenever I see an error, I click, and now I'm basically in the dialogue designer, where I immediately see the path of the conversation between all possible options. I can understand quickly the flow taken by the conversation. This was a short introduction in the analytics dashboard of DRUID. Make sure to check for extra details, the evaluation and the conversation history videos that were provided by my colleagues Elena Branche and Alexandra Ciobotaru. And make sure to set up a meeting with one of our consultants to learn even more about the analytics of DRUID. Thank you for your time and see you next time.